Lovely Capricorns out there. Thanks for tuning in to the Lightroom forecast. Not that it's really a forecast, we're just looking at what's the storyline, storyboard for this full moon in Leo, which is happening. It's the 4th here in Aotearoa. And so it's the 5th tomorrow, 5th of Feb. Already, it's amazing. And the full moon technically, I guess, is there, but of course it's reverberating as part of a continuum. So this full moon in Leo. Thanks for tuning in. These are general readings, so take what resonates and leave what does not. Check out the collective reading, you might find it of interest, Capricorn, and we'll just get a couple more cards just to see, and we always go through and clarify with some others. So Capricorn, we come out here with the 4 of Cups. In the Thoth deck it is called luxury, because the 4s are all incredibly solid, you know. They're you know, once we get to a 4, it's about security and solidity, and it's something that we all need at various degrees at various times of our lives. So we see here, you know, the radiating cups coming down. The thing with water, you know, being of the emotional realm. The emotional realm is ebbing and flowing all the time, isn't it? I mean, I guess it's like money. So there's an instability here because it's cups. Sorry, I'll just adjust my created recycle. What is it? What's my punchline? Recycle, recreate, reimagine, recreate. Recycled. Let's get back to the reading. So yeah, the 4 of Cups, there's an instability in here, or a potential, a kind of understanding, maybe in the background there in the mind, maybe an element of anxiety that this state, you know, the solidity or security of these cups is not a lasting thing. And of course nothing is it, Capricorn? So there's a little bit of that, but it is called luxury. It's we're bathing in that light at that moment, you know. And maybe there's a purpose to that, is just to come back into, as you know, people always say, come back into that moment, to be in the moment, to remind ourselves of being in the moment. It's difficult in this world. It's difficult in our lives. It's making a conscious choice really to be in the moment. I say that because there is a reason for being in that moment. We've got the 10 of, which I'm sure you know, the 10 of Swords. We get to the end of the line with the 10 of Swords. And we also have a little penny drops in this card, because we can't take any more swords. We that's it. And so it's kind of like an epiphany moment. Swords being of the mind, you know, our mind is our biggest weapon, and usually it is directed primarily at ourselves. And we see that in this card. There's an understanding, and in a lot of decks there's a hand gesture within this card, which we see within the Hierophant, and we see it in the shape of the Hanged Man as well. There's an understanding, a kind of spiritual, I'm not talking religion, I mean an internal spiritual kind of understanding here, that we are in fact venturing into a new zone, into a new cycle. Let's put it that way. Princess of Cups comes up next. There's a dreaminess to this. There's the muse. This princess is the muse. We have extended boundaries of imagination. There's not a lot to pull us back here. We've got that, that fish heading out, up spawning or whatever, I don't know, up the river, going out to that river mouth and out to sea. We've suddenly extended our sight, our vision, our potentials, our imagination within this card. It is very dreamy, it's very Neptunian, it is very expansive, and it can be illusionary, of course. But where would we be without our imagination? Where would we be? We need it. It's one of the great things of life. Nothing would ever actually be created if it weren't for imagination. So it's a beautiful card. It's a very inspiring card. It's very Piscean, boundaryless, the potentials of that. Then we have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords can be, well, let's face it, it is a difficult card. All the sevens are about assessing something, assessment. The Seven of Swords can sort of be like this archetypal self-sabotorial element within ourselves, or as an archetype, it exists within all of us. And it can be sort of, so it's a little bit annoying in that respect. It's not to suggest that that there's some sort of linear time frame within these cards, because there's not. There's not. It is in the moment, as I said at the beginning. Oh, come on, stay on there. It's in the moment at this point in time. So we start with the beautiful Four of Cups, because it is. We relish in the glory of that feeling of luxury, of stability and emotional fullness, Let's have a look. Let's clarify the Four of Cups. What did I say? Yeah. Four of Cups, please. We get the sorry, Capricorn. We get the 10 of Discs. I just want one more, please. One more card to clarify, please. Or shall we? We always sort of seem to have to talk about that 10 of Discs. We're looking at, foundations. We see the foundations here, and because it's in the watery realms, it's not overly stable. We see the foundations in the 10. So we've got two 10s here. There's big endings going on for you, I think, Capricorn. There's some big endings, transitional point, moving into the next stage of life, or whatever it is. Foundations. This 10 is like, we get to the end here with the 10. It is a completion. It's all about our base. It's all about values that we've learnt, some of which possibly have changed over the years, our connection to group, and largely our connection to family. Our connection to family, loyalties, all of that sort of thing with the 10. There's possibly, we're shifting our what? We may have been not necessarily shifting anything, but questioning quite a lot of stuff here. Just with that 10 of Swords, I'm interested in but also the 10 of discs. It's a beautiful card because it's that tangible, everything, people, resources all around us. And we know the delicate passing nature of that. You know, we are aware of that. We get the Knight, quite good manager, actually. Maybe we're managing a lot of different, emotions from different people here, Capricorn, at this time. Let's look at the 10 of Swords, please. The epiphany of the 10 of Swords. As I said before, the hand gesture in some more traditional decks with the 10 of Swords is the hand gesture of the Hierophant. So we get the Hierophant here. We speak of not religious but spiritual information. You've had a download, let's face it. There's been endings and new beginnings. You've had a download of personal information pertaining to you and to your situation. It's spiritual information and it's for you and you alone. I mean, you don't need to communicate that to anyone. It is for you. It can also be like a mentor that you have sought out or that has come into your sphere and you're finding it quite inspiring, Let's look at this Princess of Cups. Princess of Cups. Look, for some Capricorns out there, look, this is really beautiful. Abundance lies within your imaginal realms, right? At the moment, yeah. So it's nothing to be. It's actually good to allow yourself, just allow yourself maybe some downtime, some just getting inspiration from your environment or from other people, all of that. Because this is, you're walking through this. This is sort of like a preliminary to, but for some reason Capricorns always seem to, it's like in there that there's always Capricorns, I'm generalizing, I know how to seek what they require to get to where they want to go. Do you know what I mean? It's very organized. It's quite managerial. With that Ace of Discs, great abundant card, we have the Devil also. We have the Devil. So we understand that, sometimes there might be issues. Look, we're all addicts in some way, whether it's in behaviour, mind, machinations, or that cycling thoughts, behaviours, all of that. We all have our particular addictive qualities. I guess the thing here is that I just often see the Devil in the Morgan Greer as just, it's sort of treading lightly. It's just being aware of not getting too attached to things, I suppose. But I don't think I don't think there's a problem here at all. I mean, why would there be? The expansive Princess of Cups, the dreamy realm, there's a romantic element to that. Potential for a lot. Capricorn. I mean, I just see these, these sort of goat's feet, like really firmly planted on the ground. Results come over time. Results come over time. And let's look at the 7, the card of assessment, 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords, please, for Capricorn. There's a review in this. It's like everything comes to the perfect point, if that makes sense. Look, we've got the 7, another card of assessment. The 7 of Discs. Farmer looking back on the crops. All right, so we put all this energy into beans this year, but, well, maybe I could shift the way that I do things here to get a better crop or something. You know, it's like that. We're just doing a review. And it's an energetic review as much as anything else. We're not necessarily talking about peas and pumpkins. You know, it's an energetic review. Where have we put our energy? How has this impacted us in a really positive way or in a depletive manner, I guess, is the thing. But we also have the sun. So it's looking good, Capricorn. The sun is shining here. It's not going away. It's not going away. Right. Let's get a little rock mineral crystal for ye. Oh, and I'll just pull a Brian Froud. I just did. We've got Los Guna. We're rediscovering we're rediscovering some things that have been familiar anyway, but we're rediscovering things in our environment or in an environment that has been familiar. We're discovering new things in that. We've actually, you know, this Los Guna has been, you know, feet firmly in the earth. I mean, and there's been a bit of mud, but it's kind of like out she comes and off she goes. We're discovering new things here. We're on the move. In the simplest, you know, in our environment, in the simplest ways. Rocks, minerals and crystals, we get malachite, a wonderful, beautiful stone. Pain relief, transformation, vision and powerful protection, Capricorn. So that's beautiful, malachite, yay! So on that note, I hope you got something from this reading. You're having a wonderful weekend. And take good care. Please do like, share and subscribe. I think I said that at the beginning. It changes the algorithm and allows more people to see these videos. And do check out any titles that stand out for you. All right, Capricorn. Cheery. Bye.